Hi, I'm Dustin. I'm a respiratory therapist and a respiratory coach. I've been asked this question and I'd like to go over with you. I was diagnosed with sleep apnea. This might be you. What did my sleep study measure and when does CPAP actually help? So let's go over this. I want to break down the simple explanation of what a sleep study is to help you understand. So a sleep study is a polysomnography, or you can also do a home sleep study. The polysomnography is usually one from a clinic. So poly means many, somni means sleep, and graphs. So many sleeping graphs. That helps you remember. We're measuring different things. Here are the key things to measure. We're measuring breathing events, which are apneas, which means when we don't breathe. Hypneas is when the airway decreases. Apnea complete pause in breathing is like usually better than more than 10 seconds. 10 seconds or more. Hypnea is partial reduction in the airway. So your airway could be my hands. Partial reduction is when they notice a difference in the flow coming into your partial reduction. And that can also be heard through snoring. So you might have some hypneas, but not having any problems with apnea. So what happens over time is a decrease in efficiency of oxygen delivery. So small airway and blockage over time increases stress on your body. So what is a AHI? So it's just combining them all together. Apnea, hypnea into an index. This is our main score to determine if you're a good candidate for pressure therapy. So, what is a normal AHI? A normal is less than 5. A mild is 5 to 14, and moderate is 15 to 29, and severe is 30 and up. So the doctor says, hey, you have an AHI of 7, you know where you are. You're in the mild, okay? You're in the mild section. But if you're in the 15, let's say you said you're 17, you'd be more in the moderate. So you're like, what does this mean? This means that you're having decreased oxygen over time because your physiology is not allowing nice, relaxed airflow. Your body is ventilating in and out, oxygen in, CO2 out. When there's a blockage of any kind, we call that resistance. It decreases your ability to receive the oxygen in our environment. Our oxygen is only 21%. And any decrease makes a big difference. That's why I highly recommend breathing slowly in your nose and out your nose throughout the day. This will increase 80% more oxygen efficiency. Now, another part we measure on the test is on your finger, you wear a pulse ox. Right here, whoop. It's measuring the perfusion of oxygen through your skin, through infrared light. If you go anywhere below 90%, that's a concern and a high risk for heart, brain, and other organ deficiencies. And then we measure your heart rate as well. That's the perfusion coming from your heart, where it pulses, boop, 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 and the rhythm. If there's any moderate changes, up or down, that's irregular, we got to be aware of that because we're noticing stress on your body. Any stress or decrease of oxygen to your lungs can directly affect your heart. They're interchangeable. Your lung and heart are match made in heaven. Now they go through the sleep stages. We have light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. Sleep apnea often occurs in REM sleep when muscles relax more. But for some people who have severe or moderate, they actually can have apnea any of those times. It does not matter. Your physiology is like, I don't have good airflow. As soon as I lay back, I'm blocked. So there's something going on. Your body's position is the next thing they measure. Some people have worse apnea on their back. Makes sense. When you lie back, your jaw goes back further. Your tongue goes back. Your mouth might open. Got it? And plus the weight of gravity just pushes on your body. and all that tissue on your body. What happens is our airway does not really change once we get to a certain size. When we get to a certain age, our anatomy doesn't change internally that much. Our stomachs can stretch, but our lungs don't stretch much bigger. Not really. So we got to be aware of that. The more we have on us and we don't work it, the harder it is on our breathing. So what happens is overnight, your airway collapses, your oxygen drops. Your brain wakes up. Boom, boom, boom. They have these electrodes at the polysomnography office in your head to check for wakefulness and eye movement. Your eye movement is in REM sleep. They're measuring that when they cross over. They're also brain activity. You woke up. You're active. Okay? So this is important to recognize during the sleep study. And your sleep becomes fragmented every time you wake up. It's so hard to have a consistent healing sleep if you're waking up because you can't breathe. Your body is born to breathe. If it doesn't breathe, it wakes up to save itself. It has a receptor in its body called a chemoreceptor to tell you, hey, wake up, I need some air. We're not fish. We don't breathe underwater. We're humans. We breathe air. So we got to keep ourselves safe. And we need oxygen for energy to keep our blood pressure stable and improve our heart health and our mood and focus. But those things I just mentioned can all be affected by not having quality breathing. So when does CPAP actually help? Well, during the test, they actually use CPAP to see if they can quickly fix these apneas and hypneas. It's a quick tool right away. It's literally telling your body, don't work on it. Don't work on yourself. I will take over it for you. Okay? Your body doesn't want to do it. I'll take over. And gives you a chance to rest and recover. Okay? If things change over time, yeah, we can change it. But for now, that's what it's for. To open you up, to decrease these AHIs events. So if you're experiencing daytime fatigue, snoring, poor sleep quality, these are symptoms of decreased airflow at night if you're showing symptoms of having AHI of 5 or higher. If you have AHI of 15 or higher, you'll have more issues going on as well. There will definitely be a clear medical benefit for you because you're experiencing so much discomfort, it's affecting other organs in your body. Just being a little tired, we can work with that. But feeling different problems with your blood pressure, your hormones, your insulin sensitivity, all that stuff can be affected by lack of proper oxygen. And then if your oxygen drops during sleep, CPAP can help stabilize your oxygen levels because it stents open that airway and allow that 21% to reach your heart, your brain, and all your organs. So how does it improve you? Well, it helps decrease the airway from collapsing. Oxygen is absorbed, you have deeper sleep, and you have more energy during the day. And those headaches you used to have, those are related to having inadequate oxygen supply. Your brain thrives on oxygen, especially during nighttime when it's trying to heal. So it's very important that you breathe adequately and easily during the nighttime. Sleep should not be stressful for your body. It should be a state of rest. So I'm going to be really honest with you guys. It's not always comfortable to use a CPAP machine. It takes adjustments and time. Give yourself at least 3 to 4 weeks to really get used to it. And talk to your respiratory therapist to find the right mask. Sometimes the perfect mask is just what you need. Now, what I mean is perfect is it's good enough for you to just sleep. And every mask is different for every person. And then what I like you to do is use this machine with the pressures, just slowly breathing in and out while you're awake. Give yourself at least an hour to just try it. It's a chance for you just to breathe in that rich oxygen. And get used to getting in sync with the machine. It's all spontaneous. And what I mean by spontaneous, there is no set on a CPAP traditional mode. So in most cases, you will not be having to worry about it going on its own and fighting it. The goal is for you to get used to the pressure difference because you're breathing against a not normal breathing, but it can be more comfortable over time. So the sleep study shows how often your airway closes. And the CPAP is simply keeping that airway open all night long. Sleep apnea is not just about snoring. It's about how your body recovers at night. You could snore and not have apnea, but your apneas can actually lead to worse health outcomes. That's why we try to catch it early to help these people breathe better. Another thing you can do to improve your breathing is all those 4 things I like to promote. Improving your nutrients, improving your breathing exercises in and out your nose, decreasing those toxins, and improving your mindset around breathing. When you're stressed, how do you breathe? So, the right support is what we're providing you. What a doctor, a pulmonary specialist, wants you to do is try this tool of breathing to allow you to be able to see things clearer when you get more oxygen when you sleep. They see clinically what's happening. Now you need to believe it. That's why it takes time. I'm glad I can walk you through this and help make breathing and sleep much easier for you and get health back into your hands. Thank you and God bless.